Good afternoon, Mark at the Wicked Edge Expert Corner Group, and I'm trying to compile some videos for a new user. And I'm thinking the next thing that I want to say. You don't have to work the knife, the whole knife. It's not necessarily a full length stroke of the knife. It is okay to work a small portion and then work a small portion and then work the next portion and then come back and expand it so that you blend together and overlap those portions, and then at the end you expand your stroke. But with a stone this long, sharpening 8-10 inch knives, unless you do all of your strokes like longitudinally, there's no way of sharpening a knife there's no way of sharpening a knife and controlling the direction of your scratch pattern, deciding how you want to do it. That's the whole purpose of this fixed position guided sharpening system, is to give us that control to precisely put our sharpening stones on our knife in a manner to cross it in a way that lets us apply a sharpened edge how we want to. In order to apply it how I want to, I do not want to just sharpen everything along here. I want to use it how I want to use it. So sometimes I sharpen long and longitudinally. Sometimes I sharpen short sections and overlap them. Short sections and overlap them. Short sections and overlap them. That said, we're working both sides of the knife alternatingly, simultaneously. So whatever you do to one side, Michael T. Blakely, you have to do to the other side. So we're counting somewhat. Whether we're physically counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or that's one. That's one. However it is, you got to keep track of, because we're sharpening a knife and we want to keep it balanced. Within keeping it balanced, realize that most people have a dominant side and a less capable side. My right side is very dominant, so all of my knives show it. So you have to understand that, and when you get to a level of scrutiny, you'll see it, that this side is a shinier side than that side. So you need to understand that from the onset, that you want to balance your sides. It's not just about counting, because one side is inherently better than the other. You have to consciously push this side or work more on this side to keep it balanced if you want to have a balanced effort. Okay. So count, I work a certain way and do the other side. I may start this one from the tip back, this one from the tip back, this one I may go from the heel. But everything that I do in a portion of the knife, a portion of the knife. The next bite, a next portion, the next bite, the next portion. Then the next bite, the next portion. Then I come back and I overlap it. So I always work in a portion, but I stagger it to overlap it. Whether I go start at the tip or start at the heel, it doesn't matter. But I generally have a bias from the heel to the tip in the slant direction. Because at the end, that is an easier stroke to expand, to blend. You can still expand it and keep that slant to it. And a slant this way, I believe, helps pull your knife into your protein. So don't look to sharpen your knife in one long stroke. Now I'm going to just talk about stropping real quick in the same stroke manner. First of all, so it doesn't go unsaid. Before you strop, make sure you clean all the steel off your knife and your vise and all around you, because you want to try to keep your strops clean. You're stropping with fine abrasives and you don't want anything contaminating them. So clean up. In the same light that I said work in portions with strops. Strops you only work from down and off. Only down and off. And you don't want to strop with an upper stone stop ever. You want to be able to go completely off with nothing stopping you. If you use an upper stop when you strop, it'll stop you and it'll slash your guarantee. Every time I did that and hit that stop, that stutter slashed my strops. So never strop with an upper stone stop. When you strop, you're stropping up and off. There is no way in physics that you can go up and off and follow the curve of the knife tip down without reversing that stone. It just doesn't, you can't go unless you turn something. So why fight it? Strop in sections and overlap it. That way you're stropping across the edge in a perpendicular fashion, and then at the end you can blend it in. The tip you want to strop off, and it's easy to say you don't want to wrap your stones. What that means is that you are coming off the tip, but you're pushing towards the center line. You're pushing on the tip, and when you come off of it, because you're pushing at the center line, the tendency is to roll off the tip. You want to, on a tip, stropping, sharpening, whatever, remember it's out there in the world, and you want to sharpen this way or this way, but not this way. That's what wrapping the tip is. And on stropping, there is a tendency to wrap the tip. So that's why I spoke about clamping the knife high up, the 2 degrees offset, because the strops are flexible, and wrapping the tip. All that goes together. Suggestions for the newcomer to get the best results you can. I'm going to make more videos. There's too much I want to talk about. I can make a whole series, and I was talking to a Wicked Edge Expert Corner group member the other night that it's due that I do this again. So thank you for asking these questions, and I look forward to doing more videos.